Hey, what's up? It's Bebe Rexha, and I just filmed an interview with Zach Sang Show, and you don't want to miss it. I tell you all the juicy details of my life currently.
Let's do this. Zach Sang Show.
Hello, beautiful humans. We got Dan here.
Hello.
And we welcome to the studio Miss Bebe Rexha.
Woo!
Love.
Is the lighting good?
You look stunning.
Thank you.
Really, you have a glow. Your hair is beautiful.
Trying to work on myself.
What, is that like a real mission?
Yes. Yesterday I went horseback riding for the first time.
Oh, is it relaxing, right?
Scary, but I like trying new things and being a little uncomfortable. And then I worked out for the first time in like 10 days.
Get it?
Then I went to the studio because that's like my therapy.
How important is it in a week for you to go to the studio?
Wait.
Oh,
my manager's...
answer.
No, I'm ooh.
Ooh, it's a FaceTime and everything.
Hold on, let me just... Sarah, I'm in a... Hi, Frank, I'm on set right now.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Frank.
Hi.
So we're... Yeah, let's talk after.
All right.
Love ya.
Bye.
Let me put this on mute. I'm sorry.
No.
I have to just check because if it's my mom or my dad, we have a rule that I have to pick up.
Has that like ever happened in a session? Would you pause a session to take a call from your mom?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Creative flow.
I mean, sometimes I can't see it because it's not on. Usually it's never on, the
Got
ringer. But yeah, I'll never hear the end of it.
I love your mom.
My mom, she's a firecracker. She's like, yeah.
Was there a moment where she yelled at you for not corresponding enough with her?
Like, oh man, I have like one, the meanest text messages from like 2 days ago.
My mom gets the
It's
same way.
so scary.
Does she get like offended or is she just...
Very.
I so understand this right now because...
I'm like, she's like, I know you have, I think she texted me. Let me try to find this text while you can ask me something else while I'm looking for it if you want.
No, I love you.
Let me see. No. Let's see. Okay.
Keeping your parents like very in the loop.
I have to.
Yeah, it's vital. But also, it could be a nuisance. Like I call my mom now at the same exact time every day, only when I commute to work.
Yeah.
So she knows. When I'm in the car, please answer.
I always send her a video of like me and my dog in bed every morning.
That's really nice.
Okay, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
How mean is this text? It's really love.
Let me see. It might be, I don't know if it's to me or if it's like, blah, 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 blah. Almost there, sorry.
I love your shoes.
Thank you. They're so awesome, right?
They're great. Are they comfortable?
They're very comfortable. They're very high.
Yeah. Is it the width, the thickness of the heel? That
I
makes
think it's because it has a platform. It's not as bad.
Got it. But
Well, let me find this. Hold on.
but they look heavy.
Damn it! It just like was the meanest thing ever, and I just thought it would be so good to read it to you, but, yeah, no, not here.
When you
Sorry.
find this text message, can you please send it to me?
Oh yeah, I'll send you a screenshot. It's so scary.
The anticipation is real. But
It's
does that,
so scary.
But does that-
It is scary. She's like, I know you have your phone on you right now. I'm going to sleep. Like it was like really like intense.
But does that wake you up? Like does that like shock
Yeah.
your system?
I'm scared. My mom like doesn't. My mom. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just looking at. My mom doesn't freak out much. Like she keeps her like temper, but okay. There's one here. This is not a bad one. Good night. I wish I had a burning laser button on this phone to zap you because I know that your phone is in your hand. You show true colors on how you treat your family when your friends are over. Goodbye forever. And I'm like, damn, Mom.
Whoa.
She wants to put a zapping laser on my phone so she could zap me all the way from New York. I'm like, for real? Actually, that would be a kind of a dope idea.
It really shocks
Where it's like
you.
you only give that power to like your loved one somebody you're dating or like you're somebody you're with or your child.
And there needs to be a threshold. Like a therapist needs to approve this function before you actually move forward with it. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had the idea of moving them to LA, your parents?
I've tried, and I think I'm like slowly massaging it into them, like marinating it.
Ooh. They don't want to leave.
I think it's like my dad's 50-something. Like they've lived in New York all their lives. They have their jobs. They have their families. They have their friends. And it's like, I don't want to be like, I think we all want to be together because we're so close and it makes me a lot happier. But I don't want to be like, oh, well, let's uproot the whole family because of my career and my business. Like, I think that's a little selfish.
I understand.
So I do want to like, I hope to get them, because I just got my house. I hope to get them a house. I've been working on that, but I had to get my house first so that I wouldn't like spend all my money on like unnecessary things. And then I want to really get them a house so that when I go to New York, it's like I have a house there.
It's home.
Yeah. Like a nicer house.
Do you maybe think that your creative process would be different if your parents were around? Because maybe you'd live life differently, so you'd soak in different experiences?
I think so. I think that, because like, my days are scheduled from top to bottom sometimes. And, especially when the days are very intense, I can't I guess a lot of people's days are like that, but I can't just have weekends off. Like I don't have weekends off. That's like I never really have off.
Because there's always something to do.
So like if my parents were around, I would have like even more control. Like if I want to just like smoke a cigarette or something like that, like they would grab it out my hand and like break it, it's like, and I'm not like 15 years old, so I would probably go crazy, I think.
Isn't it nice to though go back to New York to get out of Los Angeles to see them?
Absolutely. I go there for like sometimes 2 weeks. I went there for Christmas and it was like the best thing that ever happened.
Do people know you there as Bebe Rexha, or is it an escape?
Yeah, they know me. Because I like go to the same bakery every day.
but I'm like, they know you. It's a different group of people who know you.
Oh, I don't know if they know me, but like, they're like this, they're all European and Italians and Albanians and stuff. So the vibe is different. It's very Staten Island and I like that. It's like a different world.
Do you come out of that trip with inspiration for records, or do you just focus on family in that moment?
Family, only family. It's like family time.
Last Hurrah, that is the single right now.
Yep.
Great record.
Thank you. You like it?
Love it. Great message too. And I had no idea.
Really though?
I mean,
it is good. I tell everybody it's funny. It's actually written about chocolate cake.
That's why I liked it, because I'm about to embark on a diet, and this whole thing is surrounding. It started with somebody eating cake.
Yeah.
Because
Lauren Christie, we wrote Me, Myself, and I together. We wrote I Got You together, and yeah, she told me that she was starting a diet. She came in the studio. She's like, I have an idea. It's called Last Hurrah. I was like, no. And she's like, just wait. And when people go like, this is my last hurrah. This is gonna be the last night I go crazy drinking. She's like, I was supposed to, she's always like on and off on these sugar diets. So like we'll be in the studio and she'll be like, I can't eat sugar today. And like yesterday we ordered like 2 key lime pies.
And she was ready to go.
I know, my team is like, what did you, so she went to the kitchen and got a big piece of chocolate cake, and her husband was like, I thought you're not eating sugar. She's like, babe, this is my last hurrah. And I was like, you know what? That is so relatable. Like that's me every day. Like every single day.
But you use it as an excuse?
And I think it's just like knowing that we're all like, we all have bad habits.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see people who smoke and they know it's bad, but like, why do they do it? Why do they drink? It's like, because we're all trying to escape something. And that's okay, because nobody's perfect. And it's like, sometimes you can't be so harsh on yourself. It's like, I messed that up. Let me try again tomorrow. And you probably up again and then again and again. But then one day you fix yourself.
You learn.
Yeah.
Yo, I needed that right now, because it really is the truth. Everybody escapes in something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then it always brings up the question, at what point is a little bit too much? But then moderation is key. You answer that question. You're right. There's no one answer.
Yeah.
Do you have a vice?
Yeah, I have many vices.
Is there one that's the most evident?
Probably eating. I'm definitely a comfort eater. I am a major comfort eater.
What do you eat?
Everything. After the Grammys especially, I was like, this. I'm going in. I had a party afterwards, and it was called Win or Lose. Like, even if you lose, like, I was like, I'm still partying. So I had all these tacos and taquitos and burritos and guacamole and rice and beans, and I went in. And then the next day I ordered like umami burger, and then the next day I had like pasta, and then pasta the day after that. It was like bad. I went in.
So
I went in.
There's no Last Hurrah there.
Yeah, there is.
By day 5.
Yeah, I thought it was a Last Hurrah every day, and then it kept on going. That's the whole point. So food is definitely one of my vices. Very bad.
Were you that upset by the Grammy loss?
I just thought the only thing I was upset about was that I really felt like, more than just for me, I just felt like meant to be. Like, I feel like that was it lost. You know, I just thought it was such a. I was told by so many people like, oh, it's broken this record and that, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I was like, oh, whatever. Like, obviously that's something you want to get. Who doesn't want to win a Grammy? But like, I'm over it now. Like, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about my single and all, like, my video and editing, which is great. But I just thought that the song deserved that more than me. I
gotta agree with you.
It's just like, it broke so many records.
Innovative record.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. I think when you do a song like that, you have like it's gonna ruffle people, and like they're not gonna quite understand it right away. And that's like a song that does well now, but I hope in the future people will be like, wow, that was such an iconic record.
It's gonna stand the test of time.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's a karaoke song.
I think it will be.
I was upset with Me, Myself, and I too, like, because I thought that was a great record, but I was really I was upset about Meant to Be. I was like, nothing. Like, I was kind of bummed about Song of the Year too, but who won Song of the Year?
I'm blanking. I
don't remember.
I
forgot.
We put weight in a Grammy because it's an iconic thing.
It's like we grew up watching the Grammys.
It's a token of measurement.
Yeah.
Kind of. But you can't.
Listen to what Drake said, until they cut him off.
Whatever. Come on.
But he's right, though. In the end of the day, it's great. But, in the music business and in general in life, we base a lot of things off of numbers and charts and where we're at. But, like, there's a balance, because one day you could wake up and somebody could tell you that you're about to die tomorrow, and I would not give a fuck about a Grammy. But I would like one alive and healthy, Yeah. But that's the truth. So it's like, you got to put things into perspective. You get bummed about it for one night. I was bummed about it for one night, and the next day, maybe the next day too, and then I'm just fine. I'm happy that I was nominated.
Get it.
I was really happy about that.
Hello, beautiful human. Do you have a bunch of stuff like lying around your house, like maybe a baseball glove that doesn't fit, that pair of jeans that you wore once, or like a phone hiding in a drawer somewhere? Let me tell you about an app that you can use all that stuff to make a little money. You can sell it. The app is called Mercari. Mercari is a selling app that makes it fast and easy to sell pretty much anything. The app has over 300,000 reviews. 300,000 with an average rating of 4.8 stars. That's pretty freaking good. You want to know why it's rated so high? It's because it really couldn't be simpler. You take a few pics of your stuff, you add a description, set a price, and boom, your item's listed. Then once it's sold, Mercari is going to email you a shipping label. You just stick that label on your product and you send it out. It's so easy. So what are you waiting for? I know you got stuff that you need to sell. So use it, sell it, ship it, get paid with Mercari. Do it. You can find Mercari on the App Store. That is Mercari. Mercari. It's the selling app. I got to get back to this interview.
Was that Best Country Duo? Is that what it was for?
Yeah.
Did that category mean more to you than Best New Artist?
I kind of knew I wasn't going to win Best New Artist, because there was among a lot of the Grammy people and stuff, there was talk that I wasn't how am I considered a Best New Artist, because it wasn't my year of prominence. But then that's just it's all confusing, honestly. I was just happy to get that nom. I was mostly really upset that we didn't get Song of the Year, just a songwriting. Yeah. Even just more for the songwriters that were part of that song, because they were just so good and they deserved it. They're so amazing. So
I think Song of the Year was it This Is America?
Yeah, that was a great record. That was a great message.
The other thing too is the power of music can't be dictated by a trophy at the end of the day, because
True.
the power of music for each individual person. Like, your music has the ability to change lives and change the way somebody lives their life every day. In some cases, it can physically save lives. You know, like the power.
It's also like, you know what? Like a lot of the Grammy stuff and stuff. I don't want to talk shit about it because it is like I live my life and I would love to win a Grammy. A lot of it's based and like also in the music business. Everything is about perception and how cool you are and how dope your record is. And I think for me, it's like I had this, like, instead of like having a record that exploded, like I did a steady 10 years of like going at it and like building myself. So like it was songwriting and then featuring records and finally my album and then, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then putting out a country pop song. So nothing was ever like part of like like how you're supposed to do it. So I think that, I don't remember what I was saying, but you know what I mean. What was I saying?
I'm not sure.
Me neither. What was I talking about? Wait. Yes, I think people kind of like look at me kind of like, oh, she's been around the block, like da 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 da, like, and I'm like, okay, well, just wait because I'm about like, especially with this new era, I'm about to, especially with my video and shit, and the new album, I'm like, you motherfuckers are gonna fucking see
but dude,
that this came to slay. Madonna 2019.
Whoa.
Just wait, you don't know.
Statement.
I don't give a let all the people online hate and talk that she is my queen, but like I'm coming to bring me, and I think that I'm coming to show that the underdog is just wait, baby.
You're a more well-rounded artist because of everything you've done, right?
I've been through it. I know how this works.
You've been innovating. Every step up the mountain took your hustle and innovation.
I put a lot of songs out. I've done a lot of features. I just did whatever the I could because people did not believe in me. I just did whatever the I could to get to this spot. So like, you know, there's a lot of things that people and the fans don't know that are behind the scenes of situations and in business that you cannot control. So I had to do features for a while because I was not in good deals and stuff. So I needed to just keep myself going. And now I have an amazing team around me. My label is so strong. My managers are so strong. So now things are heading in the right direction, and now I have a great team. So I'm able to put the right shit out and get the right backup. So you're laughing because you know what I mean?
It's true. I get exactly what you're saying. So it's like people don't know. And you put out a couple of okay songs that are flops. You put out some songs that are great. But I tell myself this every day. I'm still here. And that's dope. Mm-hmm. How many times have I done this show, Zach? Dude.
I know you're a big deal. You would not have me on here, okay? Let's be real. If I was like a nobody, you wouldn't have me on here. Unless you really believed in me, because you know what I mean?
Bebe, you have, what you've done for music and what you continue to do and where you're going is exceptional. And it's actually beyond compare. And
Thank you.
Your music has meaning.
I just think it's like, it's been like, you know, like even when you look at Bruno's stuff, like when I got to speak to Bruno backstage, he was telling me like, it took a while. He's like, I made a lot of songs. And he was like, you're not going to bleep all this, right? No bleeping. Even though yesterday on Twitter, I was like, I'm going to try to stop cursing.
Last hurrah.
This is my last hurrah.
Tomorrow.
So like, you know, he was like, I made a lot of crappy songs, and then finally you hit a moment where it's like you hit your stride of like who you really are, and I feel like I'm really falling into that place. And I hope I am, because I always think that I am, and then I'm like, not really, but like, I'm just like, we'll see.
This last year was so different for you.
Yeah.
Expectations, dude.
That was good. It was good. I was like, I can do better than that.
So when you listen to that, where do you want to push yourself?
In
what different departments?
I don't know. I was like, wait. I think there was some cool stuff on there. I just feel like I need to, like with this next album, I was like, I need to be more truthful and stop trying to chase like a certain sound.
So is it breaking a formula?
Yeah, I just want to be more truthful more than anything. Like, yeah, I want to write songs. If they're not like very deep, I want to write stuff that makes me feel very good, or I want to write something that doesn't necessarily have to be a hit, but is saying something. Like I wrote a song recently, and it's called 20 Anymore. And it's like, you know, because I met with somebody who told me, I was like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 29. And he's like, all right, you're 29 and you're a songwriter. Shouldn't you be like holding a guitar? Like that's your vibe, right? And I was like, no. I'm like, if I'm going to hold a guitar, I'll be in a bathing suit. Like I'm not doing that. So I wrote a song, and it was like, I'm not 20 anymore. Don't try to make me feel insecure because I'm aging like wine. I get finer with time. Yes, I do. And I'm not 20 anymore. And, you know, the lines on my face, they weren't here before. But I'm wiser, I'm stronger from all of the life I've been through. And if you gave me a choice, I wouldn't want to be 20 anymore. Because I'm 29, I'm about to be 30 next year. So it's like, that's like the stuff that I'm writing, but I've never heard somebody write a song about that. And it's like, that's what I'm working on this album. It's like, it's all real. It's all my insecurities. And I as a female, and a lot of females face that, especially being in the industry and like feeling the need to go fucking like pump your face with shit and get work done and stuff. It's really hard because then you start like comparing yourself to younger women, and that's just life. And I put that in my songs. I put those insecurities in my songs because I know I'm not the only and I'm young, but like I know that older women will to listen to that and also relate. Even guys, right?
100%.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to write songs like that, and they're not very easy to write.
But are they hard emotionally to write?
I think that it's more of the emotion is like really hard, and it takes like a second to like when I write it down, I'll go to the studio and I'm like, I have this poem and I want to like put this poem into a song. But like those are like my favorite songs because they come from a real place.
What? How do you keep track of your poems? Do they sit in your phone?
Yeah, they're in my phone.
Notes? Are you backing up on the regular?
No, I never back up my phone. I've lost so many amazing ideas.
I was going to say the last time you were here, you lost a phone.
Yeah, I lose everything.
I want to see you back up.
But I think that happens for a reason.
Whoa. Maybe because they weren't meant to be. They weren't meant to happen.
They weren't meant to happen, those songs.
What do you... Okay, obviously Last Hurrah is setting up a whole new project, right?
Yep.
And it's rooted in authenticity and honesty and transparency. Do you go through something, or do you like set time aside in your day to kind of like evaluate and decompress and examine? Like when are you being hit with poems?
I just like, I literally just shut out everything and I become super numb, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm telling you what my therapist tells me. But I become like super numb, and then I'll be like in the bathtub or something. I write a lot of my ideas in the bath. I like take baths, and I'll just like an idea will come to me, and I like grab my phone and I'll just start writing like the idea down. Or like I'll write the idea at like 4 a.m. or some like weird moments.
Do they
really weird moments?
Is it often? Is it weekly? Is it daily?
I love writing in the bathtub though.
So do you
I like have a bubble bath, put a little bath bomb in there.
That's nice.
And I'll just like start writing things. Yeah.
Does it have
And
to do
you can listen to my memos of me singing like singing like with the water running and stuff. It's cool.
The acoustics are great.
Yeah.
I want to say, does it have to do with you being by yourself, like this being alone? Like, do you find
yeah, I
these
think
ideas?
like sometimes I'll think about certain things. They'll be like living in my brain, and then like it'll like come out.
The second you have no stimulation outside of running water and a warm bath, they pop up.
Yeah, I saw this documentary. I told you about that guy who goes under. But I love writing in baths.
So freaky.
I love writing in baths.
That poem was beautiful. I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah,
because
it's really good.
It's empowering. It's honest.
I want me to read
everybody
it to you.
feels it.
You want to read the poem to you?
Please.
I probably shouldn't do it because the album's not out yet. But whatever.
How many songs into this album do you are like?
I have so many, but I
Wow.
So it goes. I wrote this. I feel so good in my skin. Should I let you go or should I let you in? Because oh baby, I don't need no one to show me what to do. And beauty is more than a number. When I was younger, I didn't know that. And if you gave me a chance, I wouldn't go back. Because no, I'm not 20 anymore. Don't try to make me feel insecure. Because I'm aging like wine. I get finer with time, yes I do. And oh, I'm not 20 anymore. And the lines on my face, they weren't there before. But I'm wiser, I'm stronger from all of the life I've been through. And if one thing's for sure, I don't want to be 20 anymore.
Beautiful. Great. That was really beautiful. Dude.
I hope people like this album. I'm really trying really hard. It is so hard to write the most truthful records and make them sound like, make them hits. But like, I don't try to make them hits because that's like, if you chase it, it's like, it doesn't come out. And I can tell the records that I low-key try to chase because I'm only human. And the ones that I don't chase, I love more. But it's like hard because then they don't sound like, you just don't know.
I
like,
get it.
You know what I mean?
Is it that right?
Because you still feel the pressure of like having to write like
a hit.
Because like my mom will be like, sometimes she'll be like, and she loves me, but she's like, can you just like write songs that make people happy and aren't so like intense? And I'm like, I'll try my best.
But there's a way.
But I also wrote a song the other day that's like about like pushing yourself, like when you get really insecure and like scared. And it's kind of a good in between. And like I sent it to Boogie with the Hoodie. Yeah, so like I love him. Do you know him?
No.
Look back at it. Never done this before, but she good at it. She never done it, but she good at it. No?
What records? No.
Are you kidding me, Zach?
I feel.
Wow, that's
I feel
like a
like I
massive
lack
record right now.
real music knowledge. But the producer matters in this, right? You need
What?
to have the right producer on these records.
I have a love and hate relationship with producers. That's why I don't work with many. The ones that I work with, I really respect. But it's just like so hard because in the end of the day, I am really like in the studio, like I am the pilot, like I am the captain, you know? It's like, or the conductor. And sometimes I don't want to always be that person because
Pressure?
not pressure, but I like collaborating and I just like want to reach for like iconic things and I'm never like satisfied. Like I always want better. And it's like, I don't know, like sometimes I'll be in the booth and I'll be like singing the sample and then like the sample of my voice. And I don't know, I'm like pulling up like the dopest, weirdest things on my phone and like.
But that's healthy collaboration. You need that. Like
Yeah,
the only way
I know,
you can
but, like-
get there, right? It takes team.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you don't have the right set of producers yet?
I think I have I have producers that I work with right now that I love. I would love to try some new people.
Put it out there into the universe.
But I love my producers. They're great. They're very talented.
But it's, don't you remember, I mean, you know sessions better than anybody else who's probably sat in this studio.
Yeah.
You get inspired from the people you're around, but it can either go either one of two ways. It could be hella inspirational or it could be devastating and creatively crippling.
Most of the time you leave the studio like so bummed. Because it's like such a high and such a low. It's like being in this industry is so dangerous because like imagine going in the studio and you're like, oh my God, like, and then you leave and then like you write something and it's complete crap. And then you're like, like this sucks. Like
What do you do?
whacked it. You go home bummed as hell, eat something bad and go to sleep. And like just do it again the next day. And then like one day out of the year, you like hopefully write one good song.
I think you have more than one good song. You have quite the set of hits under your belt, my friend. You really do, and I think Last Hurrah is the next on that list.
I hope so.
What else can we expect from 2019, Bebe Rexha?
A lot of incredible visuals, an album, a tour that I'm working on right now. It's a smaller tour, like it's not so long, but like I want to just like wet my feet again with my fans, and like not do crazy rooms, like 1,500 to 2,000 cap, like nothing insane. I want it to be like more like intimate,
I love that.
like just like kind of get back in, and then in the fall do a bigger tour.
If that's going hand in hand with a really personal, intimate album,
Yeah.
that's so cool. And
Yeah,
people
it's gonna
love
be
you.
personal, intimate, but there's still like fun dance moments to it and rock moments. It's cool. So
Is that the challenge? Making a well-rounded album?
very hard. It's very hard because like you know you get pulled. My brain gets pulled in two different ways. So
Lead with your gut.
yeah,
And always be real.
Do you have full control now, or are there still people telling you, do this, do that?
no, I always have full control, or they get fired.
I love you.
Like you know, sometimes I don't always know the best. Like I don't always know every answer to everything. That's why I have a team of people. That's why, you know. Like I have like a whole set of, I have a new A&R, I have new A&Rs, I have my A&R Jeff and Aaron and like a new team of people that's like really cool, I trust. So like that's really awesome. But usually I said, the pilot of this journey. They follow me and what I say.
So what
But
was-
if I'm heading the wrong way or falling off the
They tell
tracks,
you.
they will tell me, they're like, that's garbage. Okay. They've never told me that one day that that's coming because you can't write good songs forever.
You want that. Don't you want
No,
that?
I want that. I don't like yes people. I hate yes people. I hate it. Or I hate people who are scared to tell me bad news. Hate it. Just tell me. Just tell me what happened.
You can handle it.
I mean, kind of, but either way, I'd rather you tell me than lie to me and then I find out in like the worst way ever. Yeah.
So what was going on with his Last Hurrah music video that was rated R that you had to cut it back?
I'm not going to talk about that because my father's still yet to answer my phone calls. It's been a week.
So you cut... Your dad is at the root of these edits?
My dad and my mom, no, for real, yeah. My dad's like, I can't like face my family like with the video that you have.
What are you doing?
I honestly can't say because I would probably get so much controversy for it, but we cut out all the bad parts, so it's fine.
But that is.
We'll just say there was like nuns.
What?
Nuns smoking weed and.
Oh my God, I love it.
But we had to cut all of that out.
Does that hurt?
I mean, I just feel like that wasn't my idea originally for the video. It was somebody else's, not the director. It was just like the people who cut it. So I thought that was a bit like, I thought that was kind of cool, but there's other things that were a bit too much. I also felt like a weird thing in my gut. I never want to like, for religion stuff, I never want to, and anybody, like I never want to disrespect anybody. But then again, like, what my dad did allow was like, because like he didn't want me like there were certain things that I but like I have I'm very inspired by Madonna and the crosses and stuff, so for me it's like fashion and art and a way of expressing myself, but I cut out to the point where my dad doesn't have a breakdown, so hopefully he approves of my edit. Yeah, there's like a lot of there's like somebody in the video now, like some of the things that we kept is like somebody pulling somebody on like an S&M chain,
okay,
like not strippers, but like go-go dancers, and like it's not bad that.
I'm so excited.
A little bit of like humping on a bed
with
a cross behind me, but it's like just it's not that. It's like cool, just a vibe,
I'm so excited.
There was so much bad stuff cut out.
Do we have a date? When is this dropping?
This week. Yeah.
Here we go.
The PG-13 version is dropping.
It's PG-13, yeah. And just like, I think it's better. I also think like, there's a way of pushing it. I would love to push it a little bit more personally, but I also think that I don't think 8-year-olds are going to watch this video, and that's fine because that's not what I want. But I mean, that would be great, but I'm not 8 or 10 or 15. So I also want to make it so that I'm not trying to be a role model, but like, I don't want to be like crazy. Like I still want to be. You
don't want like parents to see you and like hold up like garlic or something like you're a vampire, or like hold the cross towards you. Garlic sales rise.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just art, like to me, So.
It's you and it's expression, right? So I mean,
I love it. I just like wanted to play with how we have like growing up, my dad would tell me like we have a good angel and a bad angel on our shoulders, and they're both watching you, so like you have to be careful because they write off your sins and like your good deeds. So like I wanted to play off of that, and then like play off of the bad habits, and like just like the video starts off really bright and like very angelic, and then it starts getting really dark, and it plays off these two roles of fighting yourself, of like, I know I shouldn't do this, but I want to do this. I know I shouldn't, like that, you know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to play off of it and make it artistic and make people think about it and create art. So we shall see.
Did you say you're not a role model?
I think I'm a role model to an extent of like, I don't know like what that, like I don't live my life to be a role model, because then I would be like, I would not curse. I mean, I don't know, like I'm just being me, and I think that I'm just trying to be honest, and I want to help people, and that's why I make videos about my weight and like the stuff like the things girls and guys face, and like talking about my anxiety and everything like that I'm going through, hoping that I help people. But I'm not saying that I'm going to stand there and be a statue and say that I'm a virgin, and then say that I've never smoked a cigarette, or say that I've never had a drink, or say that I will never curse again. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be me, but I still want to help people. But people might consider me a role model, and people might consider me.
Well,
I don't know.
There's different definitions to a role model, right? And I think you helping people, and you standing for something, and you sharing your life and sharing your story, that helps people. That's a role model, right? Like, you could be a role model and still curse. You could be a role model and still be your true
honestly,
self.
it's just like, whatever. Like, I'm not trying to like.
Just live.
You basically get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, but I just think you being you is kind of a role model. Like when you called out those designers for not wanting to dress you, that's like saying,
honestly, I went to Chop the other day, like it's a salad place, and this girl walked up to me and she was like, thank you. And she's like, I've been struggling with my weight for the longest time. And that like really touched me. And then because she was like also looked at me and she's like not that you look big on like camera and stuff like that, but she's like, in real life you're like normal. Like I'm just like shocked. Like you're just a normal chick. Like you look great. Like you're small. And I was like, you're right. Like I'm not like I don't consider I love myself. And that like really broke my heart because like she was like, there's no hope for me. And I was like, yes, there is. And she had like a green juice in her hand and a salad. And I was like, this is like a real thing that guys and girls really face every day. And it's hard. And it's like, that really touches me, especially people stopping me and telling me that.
Does that moment almost make the pain you felt when you got that news worth it?
I was so upset. Yeah. I just like, it makes people feel like, yes, like I'm not the only one, and like I'm not the only one struggling with this, and like you people that are like telling us what we should look like. And like I guess it comes down to human nature of like back in the day of survival of the fittest, and like we all want to be like fit and look good and feel good more than anything, but it's like there's so much more to it. You don't know somebody's backstory, you don't know the pain they've gone through, you don't know what people's lives hold, so you can't judge somebody by the way that they look, because that person might be going through depression, that person might have had an eating disorder, that person might have lost their father. You don't know. So I just feel like sometimes I'm like, I'm all for like beauty and like on the outside and the inside and looking good and aesthetic, but then it's like sometimes I'm like, it's so like, you know,
outer beauty means nothing without inner beauty. So waste.
Like I've met guys and girls who are beautiful on the outside, but they were ugly on the inside. I'm like, you're ugly.
A waste.
I was actually gonna say, when you walked in, the first thing I thought was like, she is so tiny, because all this stuff in the news about, you know, you
think that I was like this, like,
yeah, you would think that you're some massive girl, but I walked in, I was like, she is so tiny, and looking at you now, you're so tiny.
Thank you. But like for the fashion world and all my fellow girls, which I love their bodies and stuff, because the grass is always greener, like I'm considered big, and people meet me in real life and they're like, because camera also makes you look heavier and like, you know, so, but it is what it is.
So how many designers reached out to you after that video?
So many. Like Jeremy Scott, Moschino, Karl Lagerfeld, may he rest in peace, sent me something. He sent me clothes collection. I mean, yeah, I mean,
that's pretty.
I don't know
cool.
who else I named. Kristen Siriano, August Getty, like all these cool or up and coming, like just like all these amazing. It was like the love was real.
Because it's a real problem that I think society faces.
It's messed up, but it's. At least I put a little bit of shine on that. But anyway.
Dude, you did your part. Helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Bebe Rexha.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Zach.
I appreciate you deeply.
How's Bear?
She's good. I want to see her before I go to the studio. I have a studio session now.
Oh.
So I'm going to grab her.
What are we armed with for the session?
Huh?
What are we armed with? We got ideas? You have emotions?
Yeah, but I'm not telling you.
You have
I'm not telling you. You can't. Now you want to know everything?
You have something to
You
say
got to
on
leave
that
some
phone?
type of like, you got to leave some type of excitement and like mystery to it.
You're right.
What?
Speaking of mystery, will you ever reveal who that NFL player who slid in the DMs is?
Never. He was so scared.
Good.
His manager was hitting me up. I would never do that.
It had more impact, you keeping him a mystery, than it did if you just totally told him out.
I'm going to speak about things that bother me, but I'm not going to go there bashing people, because that's not the right thing to do. But me not naming him and not naming people, they know who they are. Mm-hmm. And that goes a long way, because that makes them think. Whereas if you name people and you name the designers and you name the player, that just causes anger and that makes them pissed. But you want to get people thinking, and when I make these videos, I'm not making them just to hate. Like they're coming from a place of like hurt, and like I'm really upset about it. And some people are like, oh, she's again. And I'm like, no, it like really hurts me. And I feel like this will help other people. And that's where that's coming from. It's coming from a truthful place. So I will never name them out of respect for them too.
Add that to the list of reasons why you are a role model.
And I'm drinking water, which is what role models should do because hydration is very important.
Bebe Rexha, you're the best. Thanks for having me.
I love you guys.
Love you. I really hope you enjoyed that conversation. If you did, please subscribe and also check out our podcast. There's a link in the description, and also comment and like and do things. Other interviews are on the screen somewhere, so click them. Thanks for watching.